Hello everybody, it is Am Gaming here, and welcome to another episode of Fossils and Archaeology. Now, in the last episode, we got this really insane Paleontology 3 pickaxe, so we have been on a grind, mining an absolute crap ton of fossils, and luckily we also got fortune with it, so I also stopped by and mined as much as iron as I could. So for the first couple hours, I went down into a cave the second after we got it, and I was just mining, and mining, and mining, and mining in order to get a bunch of fossils that we could then go and, analyze for some DNA, and oh my gosh, when I say we got a bunch of DNA, we got a bunch of DNA. Now, first of all, I didn't expect to get so much. So what happened was I ended up putting a bunch of our fossils here in the analyzer, and we got a decent amount of DNA. I'll show that off in a little bit, but what we got that was really impressive was this. We got a Tyrannosaurus DNA. Now I was ecstatic when I saw this. I was like, holy crap, that is insane. So we went ahead, put that in the chest. Hopefully once we're advanced enough, I don't know if we'll be able to do that in the first while, we can go ahead and start making our first Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is freaking awesome. That has to be really, really hard to get. But anyways, I continued putting in our biofossils. And I just kept, doing all that for like a hot minute. I even upgraded it here, as you can see. Now I got two analyzers working in a hopper, and while those were analyzing, I made sure to stock up on materials so that we can go ahead and actually build the pen, because I wanted to go ahead and create our first dinosaur. Now, I wasn't entirely sure what dinosaur to pick, but I think I ended up deciding on the Ceratosaurus or some other carnivore. So I'm not entirely sure just yet at the moment while recording this, but I think I'm leaning towards Ceratosaurus just because I feel like that thing is awesome, and that was like one of the first DNA we actually got, so that'd be freaking sick. But I mined for a couple of hours while the analyzer was going, so I got a crap ton of stone, as you can see. And then I ended up, if you want to take a look here actually, what the DNA we ended up getting was all this. We got, let's see, I'll let you take a look here. We got, besides the bone meal, the plants and stuff, we did end up getting a couple of Diplodocus DNA. Oh, I said that so wrong. Diplodocus, my bad. Sarcosuchus DNA, Velociraptor, which is pretty cool. Lepardon, Nautilus, Psittacipedi, I can't even say that. Pachycephalosaurus, which is cool. Dryosaurus, Ichthyosaurus, and then we did get two Ornithomimus and Pterodon, or one Pterodactyl. But we got some pretty cool DNA, and after that, we ended up continuing mining for a while. I just wanted to stock up on fossils and what's it called? Fossils, iron, and coal were our main goals there. The reason for that is so we can kind of fuel all of our machines, not entirely like the machines don't need that coal, but like our furnaces and everything to actually create our pens would be very expensive. And then more DNA just so we had more options later on for more dinosaurs. So while our second set of fossils was going and analyzing, I went ahead and took a trip to the nether because I found out that apparently you can go ahead and get nether quartz and use that, or is it nether quartz or is it just quartz? I'm not sure. It's quartz, whatever. You can get quartz and mix that with sand to create is it dense sand, or it might be reinforced sand. Either way, you can smelt that and turn that into reinforced glass, which is absolutely beautiful in enclosures, and I think would be a great addition to our soon-to-be enclosure for whatever dinosaur we end up making. So I did mine for a while. I got a bunch of quartz. I headed back, and luckily we haven't died yet. I am still very happy. We have not died a single time as of recording this. However, the gas was incredibly annoying because I couldn't hit it back. And once we had that done, I ended up going back to the world, and I started digging out a huge space right behind another portal where I wanted to make the first enclosure. So here we go, guys. I've been working on this enclosure for a little while now. I think it looks pretty sick. We got a little pig in there. I'm kind of hoping it stays so I can feed it to the dinosaur, because I think I'm going to do a carnivore first, but not a big one. There's no way we can handle a T-Rex at the moment. Not with our food supply, at least. So I kind of got this like rough, like rigid, like bumpy, like shape, but also like a little bit cylindrical. I think I'm gonna replace these walls right here with like reinforced glass, and I think did I make it uneven? I think I made this uneven. I'm not sure. Huh. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, fix this. I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'll let you know how it appears once I actually kind of finish this up a little bit. Okay, so I got a reinforced glass now, and it's looking pretty sick. And the thing I love about it is it connects. Like, it doesn't have those like lines separating it. So I'm very happy about that. It looks stunning, and I think I'm gonna do that on each side here, so we have a good like viewing area for our future dinosaur. Okay, so I'm not working on the kind of like terrain and floor of this enclosure, so I'm going for this like sandy, dirty kind of savanna, but also not entirely savanna, like more like a grassy plain savanna, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna make like this little sand in the front, mixed with some of this dance sand here that we got, and then I'm going to, I think I'm gonna make a little like oasis right here, like a small one, and then like just a bunch of flowers and stuff that we have been cultivating. Um, but yeah, so this is going to be a small enclosure. It's not going to be a permanent for whatever dinosaur we put in here, but it will do for now. I did end up putting these weird like pineapple trees, and I thought they looked pretty cool, and they really helped like fit the oasis. So I just filled up this enclosure with a bunch of prehistoric plants, as you can see, and oh my gosh, these things look stunning, and they fit the aesthetic really well. So, we also would need a bunch of eggs, wheat, rotten flesh, and milk to go ahead and create all of the biogear that we would need to bring dinosaurs and plants back to life. So I went ahead and made a quick automatic egg farm. So we kind of kidnap a bit of chickens here, and I pushed them on their enclosure, or not really enclosure, but their little pit of despair. And these chickens would probably never see the light of day ever again. But hey, we need our eggs somehow, don't we? I also went ahead and finally plopped in our Ceratosaurus DNA into the culture vat and began working on some more like little aesthetic details for enclosure because I wanted to have this like prehistoric wood kind of roof-ish like surrounding it, not covering it. But we finally got ourselves our first dinosaur egg. Here we go. We even got the advancement eggs. Look at this thing, it's awesome. So I wasted no time. I went ahead and finished what was needed, and I think might be time to place our first dinosaur. Because oh my gosh, I have never seen. I love Stratosaurus. It's not one of my favorite dinosaurs, but Stratosaurus has always been has always been one of those dinosaurs which is just like, hey, that thing is epic. That thing is so cool. But anyways, I went ahead and finished the top of the enclosure so that we can go ahead and hopefully place down our first dinosaur. But before that, we actually needed a Dinopedia, which I almost forgot about. This would tell us the stats and like situation between the dinosaur. So I got that, and I also realized that we can't really have a dinosaur if we don't have a way of feeding it. So I placed down the egg, I even made a feed in the background, and I even made it a bubble machine to make sure it stays happy. And I placed down that the egg finally, and I was so excited because this thing, this is gonna be your first dinosaur. I'm actually like I was insanely excited at this moment. And then it started dancing for some reason, and that meant it was about to be time to see our first dinosaur. Look at it, it's adorable. Sorry, look at that thing, it's adorable. And the music it plays is stunning. Look at this thing. Let's see. Ceratosaurus, age 0. Ooh, bunch of little facts. Max population 5. Diurnal. Male. Oh, we got a male Ceratosaurus. Pretty cool. And he seems to be pretty hungry, so we might have to feed him a little bit. But he seems to be at max happiness, and he eats a bunch of stuff. But let's just go ahead and feed him up. Oh, he's adorable. Let's see. Yes, let's move him. I'm gonna keep him sitting because I don't want him to drown the water. So I'm gonna wait till he gets a little bigger. But for now, let's go ahead and actually just move him over here, close to the bowl machine, so he can. Oh my God, that was adorable. That's so freaking cute. He's so small. Holy crap, that is actually amazing. Let's light this place up just in case. Like I said before, he's not going to be his permanent enclosure, so I'm not going to worry too much about like placing at the moment, but ooh, he looks incredible. So we ended our day pretty strong, and I just stared at the sunset for a while, and I think it's time to show you the DNA that we actually got. So we're going to go ahead and put some of this little Ornithosaurus, but let me take a look and show you. We got Notice DNA, Basaurus, we got a bunch of DNA. We got Dryosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Parasaur. We even got a couple Triceratops, a Pachy, Stegosaurus, Ornithus, and a Cetipodi, which are pretty cute. We did get a Leopardon, a bunch of water dinosaurs. We even got 3 Pterodons, so we might need to make an A very soon. This weird Ornithilus, I can't pronounce that dinosaur, I swear. But no, we got a bunch of dinosaur DNA, and I think so far we are doing really good. Okay, so I think I want to dig out this whole area here because I want to build another enclosure. I think I'm going to hatch a herbivore. So I created this pretty crazy shovel here. So we're going to go ahead and mine as much as this down to the level of this Ceratosaurus enclosure. And I just want to kind of see if we can maybe fit an enclosure there. So that sounds, oh my God, this shovel is absolutely insane. Oh, we're going to get this done in no time. Okay, so I know this looks kind of ugly, but I'm kind of building the rough shape out of it with some dirt. because I don't have like those crazy cool materials and whatever that are like easy to break and stuff. But I think so far I'm gonna have this be like a podium here, looking over the enclosure. So I'm not entirely sure what dinosaur I want in here just yet. I just know I probably want a herbivore. Um, in the future I am going to plan ahead. It's just for now, I just think it's time we get some dinosaurs. I feel like that would really excite our world. So we're going to work on that and then see what we can go ahead and place in that enclosure. So I have been working on this for a while, and oof, I think I did a pretty good job. All that's missing out is the interior, but I've been working on this like cool little pane here. Actually, let me go ahead and put some buttons down. So let's put one here, one here, one here, one here, and I think I might do like the top here, but so far it's looking pretty good. So let me just finish this top really quick. Boom, 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 boom. And I don't know if I wanted to have like, I don't know if I wanted to be sharp or if I wanted to be like just like that. Maybe like this. Oh, I fell. That looks okay actually. Actually, no, I feel like it looks a little strange. Here, let's just do, no, not that. Let's just do this. I like that. Okay, so I think I'm about done with the exterior. So I made this little podium here that we can view, and I think it looks really freaking nice. So I'm pretty proud of myself with this one, not gonna lie. Okay, so while mining, we may have had a big mistake happen. I went down to mine for more fossils, and you know, just because I wanted some more plants, and I wanted more materials and fossils, and I just watch. Look at what happens, and I think this is dumb, and I'll explain exactly what kind of happened here. So we got surrounded by creepers, and I was like, oh, okay, I see one behind me, but it's not that close, right? Let me just go ahead and get rid of him. Boom. There's one to the right, and then I realized that there was one behind me, and I pressed the wrong key. I went backwards instead of forwards, and I died. This is the only death of the series as of right now. Um, I was pretty mad. I'm not gonna lie. And the worst part is, I went back there, and because it was such a long journey to get back down there, all of our loot actually despawned, and I mean all of it. All our pick, all the fossils we had, everything gone. So I wasted no time. I immediately got back to work and I started working on a villager trading hall so that we can go ahead and actually get all of our stuff back and more. Because the problem was we were in iron armor. Now this is a mistake I make a lot. I just keep iron armor on until the very end when I actually need to like get diamond armor, and then I ended up dying and like just losing a bunch of stuff and having to keep restarting. So I put on this ancient helmet as of right now, along with an ancient sword that I made on later on. So it's a little annoying with the screen, but it won't be there forever, just until we actually get some better stuff, and I think it looks pretty funny. So I ended up kidnapping some villagers, getting them all into the thing, which was so annoying. And that's not even the worst part. I ended up getting them in there, and then they ended up dying because I forgot to like dig down a hill, and then zombies got over it. And they killed them. So I had to do this again. So it was wasting a bunch of time. And like I said before, I wanted to get a bunch done in 100 days. So it was a bit of an issue, but we did solve it, and we eventually got and created our little trading hall. As you can see here, we created a bunch of villagers, and I got them breeding so we can get a bunch of stuff. So yeah, now this one villager here, the one you can see in the corner, the wool one, for some reason he's just like stuck traveling back and forth in that area. It's kind of weird, but it's fine. We got more villagers to replace him, so it was pretty cool. And I upgraded the toolsmith, kept trading iron and coal, and I got a bunch of our stuff back, at least some of it, you know. But yeah, so far we're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with our trading hall so far. Nothing crazy, nothing, you know, extraordinary, because I want to dedicate actually like a good amount of time to doing that later on in the series. So for now, we got this guy ranked up. I kept having them breed so we can get a bunch of villagers in case we ever needed a bunch. I also upgraded the armor here, and we finally got ourselves a bunch of diamond armor now. It's not the best, it's enchanted with like really low tiers and stuff, like the natural like enchantments you get from villagers, but hey, diamond armor is diamond armor, and that will definitely keep us safe. So I was working on enchantments, especially as you can see in the diamond pick down there. That's kind of what I want to focus on. So I kept not sleeping and going down instead into the XP farm during the nighttime and just getting a bunch of XP. And I finally ended up getting two decent pickaxes that I could combine to actually make a really good one. So that was good. And the sunset, oh my gosh, it's always just stunning. But so far we have been picking ourselves up pretty decently. And of course, that enclosure looks stunning. I can't wait to fill it up with plants, and our Ceratosaurus is now fully grown, and he looks, oh my god, look at him, bro. He is incredibly cool looking, look at him. Ah, dude, that thing is awesome. But no, we just gotta go ahead and probably fill foliage with that plant there, but for now, I'm just gonna continue mining down and getting a bunch of XP so we can upgrade our tools and make them better, which I finally ended up doing. I combined our pickaxes again, and I got ourselves an Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Paleontology 3 pickaxe, which is actually better than our last one. So that was insane. I was very happy with that. We can now go back to mining a bunch of fossils and getting a bunch of ores. So that was a big step up for us. Okay, so I resumed construction on the enclosure here, which I think I am going to do Dinosaur because I have so much of their DNA. So I think that just might be the way to go. So while cultivating our Dinosaurs, actually, what ended up happening is in the top or the bottom left corner, if you can see in just a second here, cultivation had failed, and we ended up getting attacked by this weird little gremlin thing. And at first I was gonna kill it straight away, but then I realized it was actually letting like the slime trail down, and that may seem like useless and actually annoying, but I figured some of the toys actually need a slime ball, and instead of having it go down and creating a slime chunk to, you know, get stuff, I ended up just letting the guy kind of crawl around for a little while so that we can then collect the slime. And I got rid of him, and boom, collected the slime balls, which you can now use to go ahead and create some toys for the Dinosaurs. And yeah, so we're gonna get back to cultivating them and then hopefully place them in a little bit. Okay, so now I've been working on this enclosure, and I think I'm gonna add some like foliage to like the enclosure, like some leaf like these. These are pretty cool. I got these from like the Temp Sky trees here, so I'm just gonna place these around on these rocks. So I think it looks pretty cool. I like how it's turning out. Like I said before, all these enclosures for now are going to be temporary. I really want to expand them all and make them huge eventually, but we just don't got the time for that because I'm trying to fit in as much as I can in the first 100 days, and after that, it's going to be just more time and everything for us, taking it a little slower and really making things more better and beautiful. So as of right now, I think I did a pretty good job making this small little enclosure, and I'm actually really happy with it. Okay guys, I think it's finally the day. I think it's time we go ahead and plant or place down our Dinosaur eggs. So I got 5 of them, and then I also created the analysts, the feeder, so hopefully they don't starve. And I even made them a little red ball with that slime that we got from the failed experiment. So let's go ahead and place them down. So let's just put the feeder like right here, a little hidden from the viewing area. Let's put some seeds in there for now. Let those go down, and let's just go ahead and place these little eggs. Oh, look at this ball. Oh, we can actually play with it. That's awesome. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get those down, and let's just wait for those to hatch up. Okay guys, it's finally time, I think. We're at like 87. Okay, so we're not there yet, but these eggs are so close to hatching, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to have our little army of Dinosaurs here. This thing's gonna be, they better be adorable. I've done my best to stay away from like other people's videos on this mod, just so that I can like be surprised by how the dinosaurs look. But let's take a look at these. Oh, they're so, oh, I missed it. Oh no, there you go. Oh, look at them. Oh, they're already oh, what the heck? Oh, they're so cute. Look at that little army. They're like little snakes. What the heck? Oh my gosh, those things are adorable. Look at them run. What the heck? Are they tame to me? I don't think they are. I might. Wait, are they? Hold on, let me check. Let me. Okay. Here, let me just feed him. Actually, let me. Can I feed him? Okay, yeah, no, they're not tame. Let me go ahead and tame them real quick. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Ah, they're all mine. I got a little army of dinosaurs now. This is freaking insane. Oh, they're actually so adorable. Look at them. What the heck? They're all like in a little line. Oh, I love it. They're playing with the ball. They're destroying that ball. Holy. But okay. I bit my tongue. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this guy. Okay, so that is freaking awesome. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. We got a bunch of things done. We got a bunch of tools. We got a trading hall set up. We got the Ceratosaurus. We got the Dinosaur enclosure down. And we got a bunch of materials. We even got the nether portal set up. So I think this is a good episode, or a good place to end this episode. So without further ado, if you guys are new, it would mean the world to me if you guys liked and subscribe, and maybe drop down a comment down below letting me know anything you want to see me do in this series, or any like tips or anything like that. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the first episode or second episode. My bad. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time.